Alright, alright, alright. Jimmy! Okay. We're back. No, where's my serious StarCraft music? Gotta check the chat log. Winter already gave me the $35. Okay, cool. Give me 15. KK. GG's if you can. Okay, I'm not sure that comes off how Kiwian thinks. Also, fake news. But let me introduce you to our two... Well, we'll go with grudge match players because it's more fun. In the top left, the American Protoss, the man with the plan, the disruptor dreams, no longer being memes. It is Mcanning, the leader of the KR is Easy clan on Korea, Grandmaster Protoss, and Sick Nerd Baller. And in the top right, the trash talker, but he can walk the walk. I don't know, I didn't have anything for that. Capable of playing hundreds of games at a time in one single consecutive stream, which is ridiculous. I got nothing else. The Slayer of Winter, as of yesterday in that match, it's Kiwian. Thank you, Ryzen. Ryzen Vise for that sub as well. First Reaper scouting, we're on Stasis, which is the spiciest map in the new pool. Definitely some less than standard builds are not just common, but essentially, well, they become standard on this map. Unfortunately, the Reaper does slip into the main. Mcanning not quite able to catch it. That means, oh, but the probes!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
What a play. Still some micro happening against the rocks. Never mind. I thought I heard something. A single Cyclone on the way across. That new Cyclone, a dangerous tool, but also a fragile one. Shield battery is on the way. Will he actually commit with it? It looks like it will be a Cyclone drop, or at least he'll have access to that medevac. Without the shield battery done, Mcanning is still vulnerable, but he's going to spot the medevac. The shield battery is going to finish just in time. And he should have everything he needs to defend. And there it is, the trademark Robo Bay. At this point. Yeah. Oh, the lock-on comes in. He does break it. Gonna take a little bit longer. There's almost no way he's gonna break in now. Not after this. Kiwian has committed so much to going for this early pressure, but Mcanning has blocked it at every turn. The probe scout comes in. He is going to be very happy to see a base that is yet to be completed. Get up the ramp, and then even more tech will be spotted. See, he's going into bio. And the more small, weak bio units you have, the more effective disruptors can be. He's already building one. Does he have a warp prism? No, he built an immortal because he was concerned about a potential all-out attack. A little air blocker. He slides while that's happening. He's drifting into the main. Now, this still could do some damage. He's going to... Okay, he's not really going to get anything. The air blockers make it very difficult to move around this angle. Hallucinated Phoenix comes out, confirming what he suspected. A full bio play coming out of Kiwian. Mcanning a few probes ahead. Not a huge lead, especially considering mules, but his production and his tech are online.
How long you've been a StarCraft god? The game is still alive.
Thank you, Alvalar. 3 years!
For watching, and of course, winter streaming.
Give him some W's. The medevac is still sharking around. He could potentially pick off, well, maybe get the Robo Bay. Getting the pylon doesn't matter that much. He already has the tech, and you don't need it powered. But the drop in the back. The first disruptor is coming across. If he gets a money shot, the game could just end. Now, some more warpins coming up. He just now built a prism. A prism isn't going to save him in this scenario. The lock-ons are coming through. The shield battery going to keep things online. Kiwian is at the top of the ramp. Where does he spend the disruptor shot? Oh, he's force-fielded. Does he fire the shot? No, he's holding it. There are 2 medevacs here. Oh, he saves the boys! And at the same time, oh my god, so many probes! So no, it's a disaster! It's not over yet, but oh, the disruptor shot could change everything. Oh, the boys! No! Right into the waiting arms of the Ruptor! It's mass carnage! Innocent civilians on either side being massacred! 18 to 15 workers killed. Mcanning is still ahead by a handful. A Dark Shrine is on the way, but the probes are being taken out. This is happening. Oh, he's got to be very careful. That Warp Prism's so precious! He loses it! But at the same time, it looks like Kiwian will be losing. I don't know what else. He was able to save. Oh no, the Immortal goes down. Everything going wrong for Mcanning at this turn. The Robo Bay is still online. He's getting Blink. A Dark Shrine is on the way, so already a slugfest. There is a pylon on the map, and a Dark Shrine is completed. So we're going to be in one of those weird scenarios where Kiwian is going to have the better army. A bio army in this scenario is amazing, but he's desperately going to be dropping mules, and that means there might not be detection for the Dark Templar that are coming in. A couple shield batteries at the back. This medevac is locked in. The Dark Templar is very excited to finally arrive. Does he have any back at home? The scan comes through. Is +1 done? +1 combat shield stim. The whole board. But the Dark Templar is coming in. This is the big move. The bio is stimming. The DT's in the main. He's building turrets. But is it too late? Mcanning backs up. A Disruptor is in production. He's blinking. The shield battery's already out of energy. Another Dark Templar coming. Oh, he's going for it. The DTs are doing a lot of work. He's got one Disruptor in production, a DT on the other side. Are there scans? He's still way off the scans. The DT's saving the day, and the Disruptor will finish. Mcanning still alive. Oh, he's killed so many. Kiwian's at 12, 11 workers. The drop in the main. Disruptor! It's a hit. He's still got a few DTs. This game is still in play. This Disruptor and the DTs on the opposite side, the big Ds, doing enough so far. The drop in the back, the DT's going to work. The scan comes through, but it's not actually targeting the DTs very well. There is a Stalker at the back. He's got to be very careful. The probe's kind of choked off here, but a Disruptor. He throws the shot through the front. It's dodged. He drops them right back out. Mcanning struggling to find any economy. One more DT will be warped in at home. A scan in the main. Kiwian takes game 1. But by no means easily. By no means easily. What a mess. And we're off to a dramatic start. All right. It is a best of 5. I said it's loser pick, and Kiwian in chat said, yes, loser pick. I don't know who is loser, but pick, please. I think he knows who the loser... So, that's a little... Well, I would say a little bit of trash talk traded out. You won the Terran map. Barely, I might add, says Mcanning. Oh, yeah. Let's listen in a little. Let's see.
Oh, the other maps, honestly. Well, PPT. I can't think about the maps right now. Hold on.
Let's tune into Kiwian stream. Thank you, well, Terran win first map.
Terran won first map.
They did. But Kiwian. Just listen.
What's up, guys? This is a real beep. We don't have to. We can't lose cause this guy bullied to me. Mcanning bullied to me. I know he is a good guy, but he bullied to me. He tried bullying to me. So we have to pay back with our skill. Isn't it, guys? Okay, let's go.
Let's see if Mcanning has any comments for his stream. Of course, they're both streaming, Kiwian and Mcanning.
It's just banter, man. Who cares? Just having fun with it. I mean, I was giving him some banter too. It's all right.
Oh, we'll see what happens if he wins a game. When he wins a game, we'll find out. We're jumping in to game 2. I think Kiwian's taking it pretty serious now. Figure out what I'm doing with that. There you go. Yeah. 5K subs, shave my head, right? Maybe? No? But we're into game number 2 of this impromptu, the Tuesday Tussles. I'm trying to come up with something that is Tuesday related for doing like show matches on a Tuesday. Nope, nothing. Twitch chat, give me ideas. Yeah, Kiwian loves his Hell March. Tuesday is rated Tuesday Tussles. That sounds a little weird. A little weird, but like Throwdown Tuesday Throwdown, but it doesn't even really rhyme. Oh! Mcanning with a little bit of a mind game. Kiwian throwing it right back. Undeterred. Play like Maru. Mcanning, you know, that's an easy layup right there. Come on, dunk it home. Dunk it home.
Man. Keep it up.
Thank you, Dingus Khan. Play like Mario? You mean lose to Protoss? No? Nothing? He's just gonna let it go. He's gonna let him have the last word, which sometimes is a mind game in and of itself. Both players scouting out. Trash Talk Tuesday? I like it. One gate expand on the way. Mcanning on top of his spray game. He's pretty much the Banksy of StarCraft. We'll see. From here, it's shaping up to be a pretty standard game. Mcanning has picked a much larger and longer map, giving well, this a lot of the times can give an edge to the Protoss in the early mid-game, because any attack Terran does is a big commitment to go all the way across the map. We'll see. Both players have gotten a pretty full scout of the early game of their opponent. Mcanning angling towards potentially a wall-off at the front, or at least having access to shield batteries. It could be a Hellion build or something like that. That's not as common right now, but why not? Why not have it in place already? Because, of course, everybody knows, like, this is something I think a lot of lower-level players struggle with, is just pylon placement. Like, there's an important thing to consider when it comes to pylon placement. Of course, I'm talking about that basic rating. You got the pylon efficiency and, of course, necessary infrastructure safety. The pen is, or the, well, as you would. That's very important to consider. It looks like it's going to be Blink from Mcanning. A nice. It's a safe and also potentially aggressive choice. You've got options, and not building a third stalker here, so a little bit greedy. Well, actually, a third unit rather. Did he see the Hellions? He's already working towards a wall off the front. I'm not sure. He might have been in range. Those Hellions can do a lot of damage. They're getting very close. The Adept makes it into the main. The wall off is not there. This is gonna hurt. There's nothing here to defend. He has one stalker, and that is it. Does he recall the Adept? He doesn't even have energy on this. Oh god, this is not good. The Adept is walking back 9 probes. Really bad. Really, this is really bad. This is really, really bad. Oh, some great moves. And a Widowmine drop coming in to add insult to injury. He had the idea for the wall off against the Hellions, but the Widowmine drop is the kicker here. This is what can really tear things wide open. Mcanning is all right. He did lose 10 probes. He should know something like a Widow Mine drop is coming in. But he can't afford to lose even, like, well, any more probes, to be honest. More Stalkers going to be warping. He's going to deal with those mines. Not too bad so far. Of course, mining time is important as well. He's done a good job minimizing the damage. The medevac will get out. 15 probes, though. Kiwian has put his production online behind this. That's not great. There's no real counter damage potentially coming out either. That's the problem. There's only 3 Stalkers. They might have Blink, but good luck. The Rubble Bay is on the way. Once again, a disruptor and a dream, the motto of Mcanning. And yeah, I'm a little biased. Kiwian beat me yesterday. I can't see him taking out another American too easily. We will see. He's got a nice follow-up. The Raven is there as well. The Raven can be useful against pretty much everything. It's a Swiss Army knife. Now, yeah, Mcanning's going to go for the third. A lot of the times in these games against Terran that I've casted Mcanning, it's a lot of... He takes hits. He's not quite on point dealing with the harass, but one disruptor shot can turn everything around. Another drop coming out. Oh, did the observer spot? Oh, just some... Oh, he sees it. He sees it. But did he see it? Did he have it with his eyes? That's an important concern. Oh, this observer not actually taken out by Kiwian. So an important part there. The attack coming across. Well, the Raven trying to stay in a safe place. The drop's coming into the main. Mcanning has, well, he's still struggling to get his workers up. He has no forge, but he's got disruptors. Now there are a few scrambles ready. There are a few scrambles ready. Will the shot come out? The shot does come out. He's going to find the mine. Going for the rocks. He will be able to take it down, but the drop comes into the main. The kicker here. Another shot, maybe? With the drop in the main base. It has a Widow Mine involved. He's trying to jump on the army. Warping in 1 Stalker. That's not where it wants to be. Anti-armor missile. Hits everything. Disruptor hit, though. Oh, a little bit off target. He scrambled the other one. Does he have this on cooldown? The interference matrix is about to run out, but Mcanning is crumbling in the main. Oh, he gets on it. He picks off one of the medevacs as it loads up, but is that enough? No, a recall comes through. He picks up here. The Stalkers going straight for the medevac. Will he target down probes with this? Mcanning is battered. He's bruised, but he's not out of it yet. He has to go on the attack. A scan. Kiwian, that might pressure him a little. He might not realize exactly how many probes he killed. He did kill a lot of dead probes. A lot of dead probes. 26 to 0, which is... Oh, the observer spots the double drop. There's there are so many opportunities here for Mcanning. If he gets the double drop, then everything is back on the table. A Marine is scouting forward. A very smart move out of Kiwian. A scan barely doesn't hit. This observer, the real MVP. Oh, God. Incredibly smart moves. The blink comes forward. He dodges. Mcanning knows he dodged. The double mine game. Will the double drop be able to come in? Mcanning struggling back. He has... It's all on the disruptors. And I'm kind of surprised. Oh, the gamble. Little gamble. Is he going to be in position for this? Now is the time. Blinks into the bank. Gets 1. Goes for 2. Finds both. Double kill. Another drop. Mcanning waited for his moment. He's using all that intel. Another drop coming in over here. Oh my god, this observer, he still hasn't killed. This observer is the real MVP. Mcanning He now has aggressive potential. Kiwian has +1. He's about to have +1 armor, but Disruptors do not care about that. Kiwian mostly out on the map here. Another Disruptor being built. A Dark Shrine. The double Ds again. And the base trade begins. How much does he recall, if any? One Disruptor shot going out. A lot of SCVs are going to die. In the main. This Disruptor. Defensive Disruptor. Big part of this. Oh, he's going to throw it forward. He's going to throw it forward. Oh, massive hit on the center mass. And just like that, Kiwian brought down 25 supply. Another shot. Big hit in the center. Another one coming in. Curves it into the Marauders. Still the drop in the main, but Mcanning has cleaned it up. There's nothing underneath. He's sieging his way through. The Purification Nova's ripping through everything. Another Disruptor shot. Big hit on the SCVs. He's staggering them. A single force field, another shot. This one, a little bit of a whiff. Kiwian desperate. The Warpins come through. Did the third base die? Where's the third CC? It's gone. Another shot. Oh! Another round of SCVs. Another shot comes out. He splits. Another one. Oh my god. Now those Disruptors not really finding a little bit sloppy here. Great splits. This is kind of turning. Mcanning might have gone too far. Because the upgrades. Okay, wait a second here. In the stims, there's a dream. The Disruptors get out, but still, that's the danger when you don't have upgrades. Your arm, like without the Disruptor shots, but Kiwian holds on. Another base. The third base burned down, I believe. Yeah, it burned down. He got the last shots on it. But DTs. Once Kiwian is able to concentrate on that micro, there has to be two fronts. Mcanning still has some Ruptors. Where is the Warp Prism? He has 4 Ruptors on the field. The Observer going to scout this. The DT going to work on the base. A scan coming through. Sees the Ruptors. Oh, big shots from the side! And a few Marauders going to go down right off the bat. Does he have another Valley? He does. Going to retreat. Picks up. Winks. 1, 2. The snipes are there. GG! Mcanning takes it back. Let's see what he has to say about that one.
And to think, remember, this game, guys, we got wrecked by Hellions in the early game. Right? We got destroyed by Hellions in the early game. So, look, we can win that game. We can win any game. Just remember that. I just don't want you to forget that.
Let's hear what Kiwian has to say.
Okay.
That's it.
He has observer everywhere. couldn't find it.
Back to Mcanning.
Not bad. Question is, do I scout for a proxy this game? I don't think so.
I have to win the games. Okay. Forget it. And the focus, guys. Let's go.
Move top up. All right, here we go. Game number 3. All tied up. We have a series. We've got the eyes and ears in the locker room right now, essentially. Top with some motivational music. Mcanning with the bangers. Me with the admiring these beautiful players. We're back. Game number 3 of Trash Talk Tuesday show match number whatever, I don't know. In the bottom left, bringing it all the way back from a massive deficit as dramatically as you possibly can. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Mcanning from Flipside Tactics. On the other side, the Korean Terran player, top grandmaster, one-time GSL finalist. Not like last year, okay, guys, but like in general, it's a you gotta give respect. Kiwian. He did end up scouting for the proxies. He said he wouldn't. He did. He's a little scared. You could tell that, like, he's got that American spirit. Okay. He took a lot of damage early. It was honestly pretty sloppy. But he found opportunities. He had a dream. And then a couple big disruptor hits later, he made it happen. Throws out the spray. 2 GLHFs out of Mcanning this game. I love that little... Is that like a flute? What is this? Why is the SCV here? Is this for a starport eventually? Battle cruisers. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Both players have scouting workers on the map. Mcanning working his way. Getting his first adept. He hasn't chosen his tech path yet. Will he opt for the Robo first? It looks like a Twilight. Yeah. It very much looks like as a pro... Okay. But will the Reaper scout? Not quite. Is that for DTs? A starport. A starport. But this is probably for a medevac for Hellions. But what is it going to be for Mcanning? Well, Hellions on the way. The Twilight is about to finish. He's got enough gas for a Dark Shrine. The Dank Templar. It's time. It's time. From the shadows. The Hellions will be scouted. An important win here. He may not be expecting... Oh my god. Top. / Kiwian is going to scout the Dark Shrine. Did the Adept make it home? It did not. Right in the corner. The scout. Wait. Okay, go to the Kiwian cam. He knows! Can he actually kill that in time? There are next to no units. What will be the follow-up here? He cancels the Dark Shrine and the Robo, rebuilds it in his main, but an important delay here. The Starport will fly back home. Mcanning has a lot of probes, but he's about to have a problem. Does he, Mcanning, does he realize? He does not. He might see the starport, but it's already too late. Not where you want to be with the probes. He does have a shield battery in the back. A very important part of this defense. 8 probes. Oh god, it's really stacking up again. Another round coming through. He's trying to... The shield battery, it can't heal fast enough. Was there something else? An SCV is in on the chase. Okay, so this is a bit of an interesting scenario. So he took a lot of damage. But Mcanning will be able to recover more quickly than in the previous match because there's no follow-up damage coming in. The medevac did survive. He might... I don't know if this is going to be for scouting, just to bait it out, but once again, Mcanning. Blink. A Robobay. I don't think that's for Colossi. I don't. He might be baiting like, oh, I've got some Widow Mines. He doesn't. He doesn't have any Widow Mines. But why not make your opponent think twice? At this point, he would have dropped out. Like, Mcanning is calling his bluff. And he also only has 3 units on the map, so fortunately for him, there's really no significant follow-up attack right now. It could be soon, though. He's got 2 tanks. Oh, he's building a Raven off of the starport he landed and built a tech lab on. What a play. Oh, here comes the attack, but once again, Mcanning gonna spot it in time. He needs to chrono boost that disruptor. He needs it now. But the gates are coming online. He's gonna get a second sentry. He can actually force field wall this to buy enough time. It might just barely work out. The siege up starts. Does he use a force field? He does. He's holding his position for now. He needs the Ruptors. There's very expensive sentries at the back. The first Disruptor is not yet out. He's trying to get the tanks by. They're slowly sieging up. Here comes the Raven as well, a big part of this. The Disruptor is here. He's holding on to it. Wants to get as many shots as he can. A tank sieging up.
Now I have your attention.
It's starting to get very serious here for Mcanning. What is the first shot is big. It's a very important. He fires the shot, kills a bunker, but the tanks are in range. He picks off another STV. There's only one more STV where that came from. Another Disruptor is on the way. The first Disruptor is cooling down. A bunker is almost done. It's now or never to break before the bunkers. Will he go? No. A third tank is he. Oh, he blinks in. He's going for it. He has a couple shots. The interference matrix is big. He disables the Ruptor. Adepts are being warped in. Mcanning pushed up against the wall. The energy is gone on the Raven. Another bunker is coming up. He's blinking forward. Goes for the Raven. Shots coming out. He's going to hit the first tank. No! Not quite. Kiwian grinding it down. Disruptors do not hit, unfortunately, Liberators either. So that's going to become a serious issue. Splits a little bit. He's up against it. The Dark Shrine is on the way. The double D plays. This is going from bad to worse here. Tries to throw it out. It's an air ball. There's only... Okay, there's a pylon at the back. Can he get in range? That Liberator is now choking off circulation to this base. Is there any way Mcanning can break it? He's gonna lose. Oh, he blinks in. He's decided it's time to go. Kills one tank. More Disruptors. He has a dream. The Raven is down, remember? The Dark Shrine is done. The second one built this game. Another shot. The Disruptors are precious. Mcanning. It's almost now or never. Another stim. A single medevac. The DTs are warped in. Does he have a scan? It's a big gamble. There is a scan ready. He goes for it, but the friendly fire is there. Is it, though? Oh, kills a tank. Down goes the Robobay. No more Ruptors. Oh, no. He's in behind the mineral line. 20 probes have died because there's one Liberator in the main. Of course there is. GG. Kiwian finds the angle and cuts through. The Hellions just doing a little bit too much, and now Mcanning is up against match point. Thank you, Driscoll, for 17 months.
I mean, the Hellions did a lot again.
He's looking at the replay for a split second. What about Kiwian?
Yes!
That was interesting.
Terra
noise.
is not OP. Watch it by playing. GG guys. Okay, one more winning. Just one more. Guys, just one more. We can win with this show match.
What does Mcanning think? He's
We've
picking this
lost. Well, I mean, like this map. The issue with these two maps are
Kairos
tanks
Junction,
can
Port
become
Alexander.
pains. Although I think I have better map vision on this map. Yeah. Let's go Port.
Port Alexander is his choice. All right. So it shall be. We'll see. Mcanning up against it again. Top / Kiwian. I still keep calling him top. But this could be it. He could win even more money from me. $35 for the winner. And $15 for the loser. And if either player loses, I'll offer a double or nothing. Or at least an all or nothing, rather. And if they both agree, then we'll play a best of 7. AKA, if Mcanning loses this match, then he's down 3-1. Well, he loses 3-1. But I'll say double or nothing. If Kiwian agrees, or all or nothing, rather, then whoever ends up winning a best of 7 will get all 50 bucks. That's what I'll offer. We'll see. They both have to agree. But in the bottom right, looking strong, you can find him at twitch.tv/Kiwian. Right now, and most days, the Korean Terran. And in the top left, you can find him twitch.tv. Don't have to write it in caps. I don't know why it's in caps. /Mcanning. Also on most days. Especially later at night. I think Mcanning just needs to stick with his guns. They both got a little spicy that last game. Some proxies. But we've settled down, it looks like, on this map. Quite an early scout, but Mcanning, he's used to working with a different set of tools than most Protoss. Let's put it that way. A couple more SCVs come out. Throws down the spray. After a little bit of worker harass. SCVs have been harassed in the workplace for centuries now. Continue forward. I mean, is there any reason to... Does Kiwian do something different? Like, the Hellions seem to be working well. Almost too well. I think Mcanning is a little greedy in only building 2 units out of his gateway. Which, of course, lets you get more tech quicker and more probes. But that means Hellions are just going to be able to run by most of the time. The Reaper comes out. Somehow the probe actually slipped in behind. I think... Oh, unfortunately the SCV slips to the other side. He's going to get in. He's going to see the factory. Also the add-on. So good intel for Mcanning. And we could tell from the Parasite game. Even if he is behind economically, if he's able to get the information, he can make the plays. That's very important to see that, well, there's not a second Rax on the way. He's not doing some other sort of weird tech build. There's not that much to see this early on. And this meta right now, and by meta I mean in the early stages of the patch, people have kind of just been going Cyclone a lot of the time, which is why I think Mcanning is getting caught off guard by the Hellions a bit. Probably expecting a Cyclone early, and then, oh, that's 2-4 Hellions. Uh-oh. But we'll see. Kiwian using the same build he used a couple games ago on Parasite. It did well. Did a lot of damage. And very importantly, a 3rd unit is building out of the gate. He's got another Adept. Yeah, this is really big. He's going to be able to kill those Hellions. He'll probably just turn around, to be honest. No, he just runs by. Okay. So now what's the play? The grenade comes through. 2 Hellions still very dangerous. Okay, you got to be very careful here. Shots going out. Only 2 probes so far. 3. 5. That last shot did come off, unfortunately, but 5 probes for a couple Hellions and a Reaper. And he's going to have, well, that gives him information that this follow-up drop is more than likely coming out as well. That's not bad. The drop is coming in. Mcanning is adapted. He's going to be able to see... Oh, he sees it. He sees the mine drop coming in. He's not quite reacting as quickly as you'd like to see. The medevac. The mines are going to be able to drop out. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, this is bad. 6, 7. It could have been worse. But they all get out as well. Will he actually be able to get out? The Widow Mines did a lot of damage. If he can kill the medevac! Oh. And once again, Mcanning finds himself behind. At least when it comes to worker count. Is it time for the Robo-Bay? Or does he commit? He's hunting for the medevac. He's not going to find it. All the Widow Mines will make it home, which... Every Widow Mine got out, which really does suck. He's chasing the medevac still with a handful of stalkers. There's barely any units at home. So, if he got that, there's some potential there. There's the Robo-Bay. But once again, Mcanning finds himself in an awkward spot. Does he? No, don't blink. Oh, does he go? Gonna go for the medevac. Big play, he gets it. Okay, all right. Everybody loves a comeback story. And Mcanning is determined to give us one every game, one way or another. A lot of damage being done by Kiwian. Scans come through. He's scared. He's scared of a potential attack. This time, Mcanning should be a little more ready. Oh, the mine. Does Mcanning see it? Did he see the mine? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe? Yeah, he did. Okay. But the attack is coming out. An observer in place again. He has great, you heard him talking about it before the game. This is a map where you can definitely get some great intel. It's hard to move out as a Terran on any sort of reasonable attack path without being scouted. And this time, Kiwian did not open up with... Does he see the... Oh, he doesn't quite see the mine. He didn't open up with a Raven, so he's not going to have that shoe-in. Big scout coming through here. The Widow Mine takes out the hallucinated Phoenix, but now what's the play? Mcanning is caught up in the worker count. So the big dangers with this unit composition, you need the disruptor shots. The bio army is just better. Stalkers are not great on their own. They're to win asymmetrical fights. You zone out, or at least punish with disruptors, and then the stalkers pick off any retreating units or any extraneous units that may be left behind. A drop coming out. Mcanning has a great observer spread. How many gates, though? 5 gates. An army is moving out as well. He should see the drop. All the pieces are in place. Oh, does he go fishing? That's the question. Mcanning, the timing, is it there? Yes! Oh my god! Holy shit! And was the medevac scouted? Oh, you gotta be careful about those, but he gets the shot off. The drop in the main. He is gonna need a recall, or Widow Mine's gonna hit. Oh, he stacks up the probes. Unfortunately, some counter damage will be done. Oh, it's on the... Going for the medevac. He's gonna need to replace that pylon. But Kiwian has been... He had to tuck his tail between his legs, but he did bite back a little bit. 10 probes. Some delayed production. This is what is keeping Mcanning from being able to pressure here. Oh. Unfortunately, no reaction. There are several tanks. Tanks a good counter to disruptors as they outrange them and can target them very easily. Well, not very easily, but somewhat easily. Oh. The army is in vision range. He has a lot with that surveillance mode. Mcanning, a master fisherman as an American. Throws a shot out. Clips a few. The supplies still. Oh, he sees the observer. Does he get it at the end of the scan? No. I think he'll go for it again, yeah. That observer is very important to kill. A few adepts. They are about to have glaives and +1, so there's potential counter damage here. Everything's concentrated towards the front. Is the Dark Shrine done? The Dark Shrine is done as well. Adept shading in. The Widow Mine not really involved. Very dangerous armies on every side of this. The Adepts find their way in. There is a tank. Mcanning looking for an opportunity. There's still several tanks at this base. The drop coming out. Ooh. The tank's here. He doesn't know the bio isn't here, though. That's unfortunate. Mcanning may have to recall, and if he doesn't... 4 SCVs went down. A few Marines. This observer, very important. There are a few stalkers in the main. Only 2 medevacs here. Mcanning is in retreat. 2-2 is on the way for Kiwian. He has to be proactive, though. That's the important part. He has to be proactive. A recall comes through. A few of the stalkers in position. He blinks in. He's going to get 1. of the medevacs before they fully unload. It looks like a pretty good cleanup. Mcanning is actually at 75 workers right now. And he's going into Tempest. Whoa, okay. A scan, looking for the fourth. Does he scan the other fourth? There's still disruptors. So this automatically preempts. It preempts. I love this. Disruptor Tempest. It makes so much sense. It's very fragile, for sure. But if everything works out, you can use the Tempest to force an engagement, and then the disruptors punish them for going for that engage. And also already preemptively countering ranged liberators and soft countering tanks. Get that Marine out of here. The upgrades, once again, Mcanning is entirely reliant on taking good fights. He has aggressive defense is the name of the game. Because Kiwian cannot be allowed to siege up. He can't be allowed to get a nice concave because Mcanning's units are just not as good. That's the very simple, way it goes. They're just simply worse. Assuming no disruptor shots and Tempest and all that, the bio units will run him over. Mcanning expanding to each side, making sure he always has options.
Good.
Drops coming out.
Now I
Kiwian.
have your attention.
It feels like he doesn't quite know what he wants here. He's looking for an opportunity. That's a big army. He's got 160 supply, 170. He's gonna have 2-2 done. The Tempest put a timer on everything. The Adept's coming back. Does he actually scout? Will this army be scouted by a pylon? Is there any vision? There is vision. Okay, the Adepts are shut down. A drop coming out. This is the moment. If Mcanning can defend this strongly, then he's in a very comfortable position in this match. There comes the army. Where are the disruptors? The Phoenix is to scout to the top. He can't let those tanks siege up. He can't let those tanks siege up. Disruptor shots coming out. Big shots. One tank being taken out, but a couple disruptors with it. But the Tempest will counter the tanks. He'll push him back. He can't get close enough. There's a drop on the other side. Unfortunately, will he have time to get a recall off to save this? He's pushing the tanks back. He's on the chase. The Tempests are actually forcing everything away. He was not ready to deal with this. Is there time for a warp-in? Does he recall? Does it matter? Disruptor shots to the front. The Tempest continuing to work their way forward. The tank's forced to unsiege. The base will fall on the left side. Not a key part of this, though. Kiwian is in full retreat. He's trying to take his own fourth base. Not a planetary fortress yet. The Stalkers and Disruptors on the chase. The drop still potentially going to do some damage. He scans in. A single Widow Mine dodged out. Base is exposed. Rest of the units coming across the map. Recall still on the table. More Zealots being warped in. Base trade has been initiated. Mcanning could find himself base trading a Terran. There's still a lot of bio at home. DT's scanned at an unfortunate timing, but still doing a lot of damage. He buys a little bit more time here. The disruptor shots need to come out. They will find some purchase. He might be overextending, though. The bio on the other side. A few more disruptors being chrono boosted. The third base is gone. 17 probes with it. This has been stalled out. Where did he recall to? The natural. One disruptor on the high ground. Kiwian has held on for now. How many? He didn't lose too many SCVs, and Mcanning did lose some key bases. So overall, I would say a win for the Terran player, but he still has this army to contend with. Tempest, Disruptor, Mothership. So that's what's happening. Mcanning will continue to work on this angle. He has to be out ahead of the bio. It does so much damage so quickly if he can't counter it. He could get pulled apart. Unfortunately, that Warp Prism not in the ideal spot here. The base under fire. Oh, the Warp Prism escapes! But the Bio Army is in place to deal with this. Where are the Disruptors? A Colossus is being built. Warp Prism trying to find an angle. Mcanning kind of getting pulled apart at the moment. The Disruptor shot's coming through. I almost missed the big hits, but he got him. And the Medevacs being hit. The Warp Prism on the other side. It goes into phase mode. It might have just been shift-click there. It's so crazy. I can't even keep up. The cameraman is failing here. Mcanning needs to re-expand, though. Kiwian has been able to take his fourth from his main, but he's been able to take it. Unfortunately, the Warp Prism getting persecuted all across the map. I think it... Yep, definitely going to go down this time. A few DTs warped in. His army. He's only at 53 probes, which makes this army... He has a carrier in the mix. Okay. Is he building more? No, I don't even know if it was an accident or not, but we could go into a full-on base trade here. That army is so scary with the Disruptors are everything. Storm is on the way. The Bio army is stimming in. He's not building any disruptors right now. There's just the mothership. He can use the mothership for a larger recall. The Tempests are in place. Oh, some casual disruptors, but he dodges the shots. Base targeted. The Bio. All the tech is here. The Templar Archives, the Double Robo, the Dark Shrine. He does recall on which base? He recalls to his third. He's not going to save the Dark Shrine. He's already starting a little bit more disruptor production. It looks like the Robos will fall. The Stalkers from the main. This army will be crushed. But where are we now? Kiwian, he's still sitting at home building up. Like, he seems like he's buying time. He's throwing bodies in front of the freight train. And Mcanning is grinding it down, but he has not yet brought the train to a stop. The army supply, fearsome. The upgrades are mediocre, but the army composition is not. With 8 Tempests, 5 Disruptors, 5 Templar with Storm, a mothership, this army is so... oh my god. We are not on the... This is upper class Protoss right here. This is not cheap, and he cannot rebuild this. So he has to take the right fight. Are there any ghosts? I think there was a Raven in the mix. There are 2 Ravens. His base is under fire. Are we just going all out? Are there any disruptors at home? He's building them. He's trying to hold them. Does he go for the flank? The tag was there. He sees the Vikings. He's coming back. There's almost no mining for Kiwian now. The blink comes in. He might be able to snipe off one of the Ravens. The Stalkers, a little bit exposed, but they get the very, very important Raven. Underneath, lots of Storm, lots of Disruptors. Purification Nova's off target. Where are the Storms? There they are! Category 5 hits everything. The Stalkers blinking forward. Everything in the back. Mcanning takes it back. 2-2. Game 5 coming up next. Let's see what Mcanning has to say about that.
Be able to just storm right away, but my mothership takes priority, right? The mothership abilities take priority here, so I actually was thinking I was just going to be able to storm freely, but I wasn't. So then my control got a little bit weird, and then I had to take this out so I could
$75 to have
storm.
Game 5 played on Mojave? How about we let them play this one out, and then I'll offer a best of 3 on that map. How about that? After the series. What a game, by the way. What a game. The Disruptor Tempest play. Mostly the Disruptors, but also then the Tempest. We're seeing some new, fresh unit compositions. It did really feel like he almost crumbled. If Mcanning, he's not the strongest mechanical player. I think he'd agree with that. Like, he's not always perfectly targeting everything or not getting supply blocked, anything like that. But he plays smart, and he's very opportunistic. So a killer instinct gets you further than perfect macro, as we saw there. Kiwian definitely, like you could see, he's just getting units in positions that Mcanning wasn't quite ready for, but when he was... Oh. That's my commentary. Let's see what Kiwian...
Let's go!
Yep, so that summarizes Kiwian's stream right now. How about Mcanning?
Still goes Stargate, but it seems like he's having a hard time with Raptors, so it's like, what do I do?
Go Disruptor. All right, we're back. Game number 5 of this Trash Talk Tuesday. Well, the Trash Talk was mostly before the match. Now we're into it. We're in the thick of it. Mcanning, you see the 2 different styles here. You got Mcanning, the killer Protoss. He's kind of chilling, making sure he calms himself down. And then you got Kiwian, who is an incredibly experienced Terran. He's hyping himself up. He's like, I can do it. I can get this done. So different styles here. Oh, he's actually gonna block a Reaper like this? Okay, cool. I think I've seen this before, but I've never seen it quite. I probably have. I just don't know. Yeah, twitch.tv/Kiwian. Let's go. Go follow him right now at the very least. Where's the spray? Oh, he throws it down. Mcanning always on top of the spray game. Very important. So what do we see? That last game. How many probes does Mcanning lose this game? I feel like 12 is fine, but anything over 15 is like, okay, now it's getting too much. I think he's lost at least 10 probes to early harass in all 4 games so far. So that is, Yep. But it's 2-2. The reactor. It looks like it... Well, will it be Hellions again? This is probably the least effective Hellion map, just because there's a ramp at the natural. It's a lot easier to wall off. And the distance to, if you want to drop or something like that, is quite far as well. I don't know if he's going to opt for the Hellions this game. But the way he set up his factory seems like he's just going to switch over. Because, yeah, so I guess we're doing it again. It's going to be Hellions again. Will Mcanning cut that corner? The corner he cut in previous games was not getting a 3rd unit out of the gate. Not having, like, 2 Adepts and a Stalker, but only having, like, a Stalker and Adept, or even just a Stalker. Which means Hellions are going to do a lot of damage. The Stalker just simply can't kill it in time. Does he build the Adept? That's the question. He's building probes. The Adept is scouting in. The Hellions will see it. The Hellions are actually going back home. Great micro out of Mcanning. He can recall if he wants. Is that the play, though? He's building another Adept. It's a little late to recall now. Doing some damage. And if he can get the shade away... Oh! Big moves. Big moves. Until he just leaves it there. The somewhat wall is coming up. Oh. He's actually hidden in the bushes here. So Kiwian will not see him. The Adept will be at the back, and every shot counts. So no damage from the Hellion so far. Now the risk... Oh. Oh, whoa, whoa. What a block. Shut it down. There goes the Reaper. Mcanning does not fear it. But the Widowmine drop again. I wonder if it's almost worse for Mcanning if he doesn't take damage. I feel like it triggers this fight or flight kind of situation where it's like, I can't make any more mistakes. When he loses a bunch of probes, he's like, oh, I have to play essentially perfect. The Hellion scouted at the front. So what happens if he doesn't lose probes? Well, we're going to find out if that's going to happen. Oh, beautiful reaction time there. He's going to drop a single Widow Mine. Smartly done, but no Widow Mine spread throughout. Next to no damage from the first one. These two a little riskier. He's retargeting. Ooh, nice micro. Only 5. And he's going to get all... Well, he's going to get 2 of the mines. And then the Hellions come in, but... Whoop, he was looking for the stack on the probes when they come back. But only 5 workers killed with a robo-based start. How much damage on the medevac? Not much. Is it time? Here we go again. Kiwian not gonna rely on an attack timing. He didn't do nearly enough damage. Or at least it seems like that's what he feels. So, I'm gonna work on the 3rd base. He's gonna get it a little quicker than Mcan. What is the... Did he see? Oh my god. Look at the Mcan cam. With a mine drop. He blinks in. He's gonna lose a Stalker or 2. Oh god, that hurts. But he gets the medevac. So, the Hellions gonna try to come in. Seems like Mcanning is already ready for something like this. The Hellion's just a scout now. Those observers so key. The placement and just use the information. Disruptors are such a proactive unit. Defensive disruptors are pretty terrible, let's be honest. But if you're able to get them out in front of the army when maybe they're not. They're like having a Baneling out on the map, except the Baneling can kill 30 supply of bio in one shot and recharges. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is Protoss obviously OP, but... Surveillance mode will actually... He spots the Raven. Once again, Mcanning. I know it sounds almost like a meme, but the Observer micro is top-notch. He sees the tank setting up. He's going to see the production. Mcanning has had the best start he's had this entire series. Now, his third base is delayed. With this army, it's more about getting the right units together than it is about having a huge economy. And, well, speaking of huge economies, Kiwian's about to have his third. 5 racks are online. So, Mcanning. 1, he's got to be somewhat aggressive. And 2, does he decide he wants to force an engagement, or is it time to tech up? He felt it seemed like he felt comfortable going up into Tempest in that last match. I don't know if we're there yet. He doesn't have the third base. Not having 3 bases of gas is going to make it difficult to pull that off. He only has a single robo for Ruptors, so that indicates he might want to be transitioning somewhat soon. Doesn't feel nearly as pressured. The next piece of tech will be very important. A huge drop coming. Oh my god. If this Observer scouts it, because he like goes back into his main. No. The double drop is heading towards the main. Like the only angle that Mcanning doesn't have vision, it looks like. There's a pylon at the edge. A lot of things are going to be happening very quickly. Disruptor shots, medevac drops. Anyone who has a little bit of info preemptively. There's only 2 Stalkers in the main. A double drop's about to come through. Directly on top of everything. The robo is exposed. A couple Widow Mines with this. I don't know if those Widow Mines are actually going to be that big a deal. Guardian Shield at the front. He's decided, I'm just going for it. Can he find the tanks? Can he find the tanks? And a Disruptor shot. Goes well. Oh, big Widow Mine hit on the opposite side. Adepts got in to kill SCVs. A recall comes back. 19 probes have fallen. He recalled everything to the main. That opens up the rest of the map for Kiwian. He lost 2 tanks, but he still has an army intact. What else was killed here? Disruptor shots. He's going to clean up the bio in the main. But Kiwian working his way through towards the third. He has options here. He has options for an anti-armor missile. The Stalkers will find the Raven before it comes through. Another drop coming in. He's laying on the pressure. He's tearing through the Stalkers. Mcanning down to 44 probes. A little bit out of position, but he's about to be out of a third. More being warped in. He needs that Nexus. Another double drop on the main. There's no probes left here, but there's barely anything else either. The drops are everywhere. It's drop o'clock. A Disruptor shot dodged out by Kiwian. He's picking him apart. and at this point, like, what it's gonna take, I don't know if any amount. Oh no. Oh, the probes. That's not where you want to be, probes. That's not where you want to be, probes! Oh, they are not getting hazard pay for this. And Disruptors, they do friendly fire. Jeez. So this is desperation now. There's no counter damage. It's not like there's a Dark Shrine or anything. There's 2 Nexi. All he has are Disruptors. He has 9 Disruptors and 6... Well, he has 9 Stalkers and 6 Disruptors. That drop is still at the back. Kiwian is attacking into less spaces because he's so far ahead. 2-2 has not started. That's the only maybe saving grace here. Disruptor shot. Goes fishing. Another one. He's zoning out of the main. I mean... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! He shoots himself a little bit in the face. Just a little bit in the face, though. The army at the back. Oh! Pretty big shot. Another one coming in. Curveball to the right. Swings it over to the left. That one's going to be an air ball. Another Nova, potentially. Another shot from downtown. Doesn't quite find anything. The drop in the main. He's going to find the medevac. Any more Novas at the front. One big shot could make the difference in making this game continue more than actually Mcanning winning. That's a long way off. He's down to 30 probes. There's still 2 medevacs. He's... Okay, alright. At this point, you just drop on top of the Disruptors. Like, you just dunk on them, essentially. So this is awkward. Well, a lot of Stalkers coming in. He's starting to drop out. The Purification Nova's coming through. He's finding good angles. Doing a great job of it. Another Nova. He can swing to the right. Where are the Novas? Goes into the center mass. Big hits again. Beautiful Disruptor Micro, but isn't enough. Throws another one through on the Marauders. Gets the Widow Mine in time. There are no more Novas left. He's exhausted them all. He holds, but for how long? The juking and jiving, the curves. But he's about to strike out. At some point, you just don't have enough units. He's gonna have, like, even if he hits 90% of the Vio, there's still enough to kill his 4 or 5 Stalkers left. There's still this fight happening. A drop coming towards the main. Mcanning has nothing there, besides a bunch of very juicy probes. Kiwian is just looking for the finishing blow. How much of a recall do we get? Does he recall at all? No. Forward. To death or victory. Those are the only 2 options. A DT being warped in. Gonna be canceled. No, he gets it barely. He has 5 Disruptors. He has barely more than 5 Stalkers. And he has a goddamn dream. Okay, Kiwian, all he needs to do is hit some splits. A few exploratory Novas. Big hits on the SCVs, but they have to be perfect. They have to be better than perfect. These shots. He has to stagger them, but he can't wait too long. He's just holding it, biding his time. Another DT gonna be warped in. Mcanning barely has anything here. A DT at the top. He actually is able to scout with that, which is pretty nice. He's bullying his way forward. The Nova's not finding their targets. There's nothing at home for Mcanning. It's all on the line here. But can we see the shots? A big start. Another one. Kills that SCV very hard. There's just so much bio. Like, oh! Surprise! The battle cruiser! I was wondering. I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize. GG! And, Kiwian will take it. 3-2. But I'm gonna offer, well, actually, I was gonna offer all or nothing, but Avex says it. Okay, they just did a best of 5 for $50. You're offering 75? We can make them play more than, like, 3 games or 2.